everybody, it's Cindy again. So now today's episode we'll be making skin whitening oil. So this skin whitening oil can be used on both face and body, and our base oils are sandalwood oil. The next one is our evening primrose oil. The next one is our jojoba oil, and lastly is the grapeseed oil. Between these base oils I mentioned, just use one of it, and I prefer to use the jojoba oil. Then our alternative oil or a substitute or addition oil is our Moroccan oil, Ghana hot oil. Between these two oils you are going to just add one. So I will work with the Moroccan oil. Now our powders are kojic D powder and Seppi white powder. Now you can choose to use one of these powders, but I prefer to use the two of them together. That's our container that we are using to package the oil. Now I prefer to use the two powders together, but you can choose to use just one of it if you want. Is to still give you what the skin lightening or skin whitening. That's our measuring spoon. So this is the container that we are going to use in making this production. Now the next we are going to be working on is measuring our Seppi white. Now Seppi white dissolves in oil through double boiler. Now because I don't want to dissolve it in oil, because I'll be adding it to a very hot lotion, that's base cream I made. So for you to use this oil on its own, you have to add the Seppi white. I'm using 3 grams of Seppi white. You have to add this, measure out your Seppi white and use a base. Like I told you, I'm using jojoba oil. Use your base, measure out your base. I'll be measuring out a base of 60 grams because I want to use 60 grams of my base. So now if you are using Seppi white and you want to use the oil on its own, please measure out the Seppi white oil and powder and add your base oil, then place it on a double boiler. Stir it until the Seppi white, all the grains have dissolved. If you don't do it that way, your Seppi white or your oil is going to have green at the bottom. So that is what it is. But since I'm adding it to a hot oil, a hot base cream, it's going to dissolve when I add it to it. But if you are using it alone, don't forget to dissolve your Seppi white powder in through double boiler before adding in the rest of your ingredients. So I'll finish stirring the Seppi white powder. I'm going to go to the next one, which is our alternative or our add-up oil. I don't know what to call it, but that is the second oil I added to the production, which is the Moroccan oil. I told you I'm going to be using the Moroccan oil instead of the Ghana hot oil. So now I'm using the Moroccan oil at 40 grams, but I made a mistake and added it up to 42, but you can add it at between 35 to 40 depending on what you want. If you add it at 40 grams, to be bigger than the 100 ml, but if you add it at, let's say, 35 or 30 grams, it will be equivalent to 100 ml. Then put the remaining percentage to your base. So now we are going to be adding our kojic deep powder to the mixture. Please don't forget to dissolve your Seppi white before adding in the rest of your ingredients. Hope you understand. Yeah, I know you do. So I'll be adding my kojic deep at 5 grams. Remember I added my Seppi white at 3 grams. Okay, so don't forget the measurements and don't forget the procedure in case you are going to use the oil on its own. You are going to be using this oil at night, and you are going to be using sunscreen during the day, and you are going to be using a very good soap. And within 2 weeks, this process or this thing is going to whiten you up. Like, it's something that I have tried out and I'm sharing with you people. So now I'm going to stir the kojic deep to dissolve, but since I didn't dissolve the Seppi white before adding it, I had to still blend it so to mix well then before I turn it to the lotion. But I'm going to just measure it out, as in add it to the 100 ml for you guys, so that you will see it before. Maybe I'm going to post the video of where I added it to the lotion That's if I have more memory for that. But if I don't, this video is just particularly about the oil. So you can use the oil like I told you at night, and use your sunscreen during the day. I'm going to also put by its side sunscreen that does not leave white cast, for people that ask for sunscreen that does not leave white cast. Like, I think I've talked about how to use this. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Visit our page on Instagram at Glow by Cindy, on all our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Glow by Cindy. And shop from us. We sell all ingredients in little quantity, as it is being said. Thank you very much.
Mwah. Bye. Like, these two sunscreens does not leave white cast on both fair and dark skin people.